Hi students, welcome at StudyKosh. Our today's chapter is square root and cube root. So first of all, we should know what is square. So if a number is multiplied with itself, then the result of this multiplication is called the square of that number. For example, the number 7, when it will multiply with itself, then it will give us 49. So square of 7 is 49. Similarly, if I'll multiply 5 with itself, I'll get 25. So these are the squares of 7 and 5. Now, next we'll discuss methods to find the square. So there are two methods, we'll discuss them one by one. First is multiplication method. In this method, square of any two-digit number can be calculated by using some steps. So let's discuss steps one by one. Step 1. First step would be to square the units digit. So here I am taking number 74 and I am using these steps to calculate square of 74. So what I said, first step is to square the unit digits. So what is unit digit in 74? It is 4. So we need to square it. So we'll get 16 and 1 will act as a carry. Right? Now step 2 would be, we have to multiply 2 with the 10th digit. What is 10th digit here? It is 7. And also multiply the units digit, that is 4. And we need to add carry here, this carry. So this is 1. The carry is 1 here. So after solving it, we'll get 57. So again 5 will act as a carry, right? Then the step third is, we need to square 10th digit, that is 7 here. So 7 square plus add the carry which we have found in our step 2. So here it is this carry, that is 5. So we need to add it. So when we will solve it, we'll get 54. Now step 4 would be, arrange the numbers starting with step 3rd. So we need to arrange the number starting with step 3rd, that is 54. Then step 2nd, we have 7 because we took this 5 as a carry. Then in step 1 we have 6 because we took 1 as a carry. So this is the answer. 74 square is 5476. So what we have done, the first step is we need to square the units digit. Then we multiplied 2 with the 10th digit and unit digit, and we'll add the carry which we have found in step 1. Then under step 3, we took the square of 10th digit and add the carry which we have got in step 2. Then we'll arrange the numbers. So I hope you are clear with the first method. Let's check the next, that is algebraic method. So to calculate square by using this method, we'll use two formulas. What are they? The first is a plus b whole square. Many of you are well aware about this formula, I hope. So it is a square plus b square plus 2ab. And the second formula is a minus b whole square, that is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Now let's check it. If I want to find out the square of 34, so we'll use the same formula, that is a plus b whole square. So a here is 30, let's say, and b is 4. We just break this 34 as this because it's easy to calculate the square of this 30. So that's why we are taking it like this. So 30 square plus 4 square plus 2ab. A is 30, b is 4. So when you will calculate it, you'll get 900 here, 16 and 240. After adding it, you'll get 1156. So this is the square of 34. So you can use any of these two methods, calculate square of numbers. Next we have square of decimal numbers. So to find out the square of decimal number, we need to write the square of number by ignoring the decimal, and after that we'll just place the decimal after twice the place of decimal in the original number, starting from the units place. For example, if we have number 3.4 and we want to find out its square, right? Just now we have calculated the square of 34, it is 1156. So what you need to do for this 3.4, we just ignore this point at the time of squaring. Now after calculating the square, we just need to put decimal. So the decimal point will be twice. So we'll start counting from here, the units place. So 1, 2, here we need to put the decimal. Now next is square root. So the square root of a number is that number, the square of which is equal to the given number. So there are two square roots of a number, they are positive and negative. Square root is denoted by this sign. For example, if I want to find out the square root of 25, so it has two roots, one is 5 and another is minus 5. So we can write it as 25 square root is plus minus 5. Now let's discuss the method to find the square root. So there are two methods. The first is prime factorization method. So let's take one digit and then we will discuss how we can find out the square root by using this method. The number is 1089. So we need to find out the square root of this. The step 1 would be, we need to express this number as the product of prime factors. So we need to find out its prime factors. So we know very well how to find prime factor. We have already discussed this in our chapter HCF and LCM. So the prime factors of 1089 are 11 into 11 into 3 into 3. These are the prime factors. Then step 2 would be to arrange the factors in pair of same prime numbers. So the pairs will be 11 into 3 into 3. So we have these pairs. Now take the product of these prime factors, taking 1 out of every pair. So from here we need to take 1, that is 11, and here also that is 3. So we need to take the product of these two. We'll get 33. So it means square root of 1089 is 33. This is the answer. So it is very simple to find out square root of any number by using this method. So I am giving you one homework. You need to find out the square root of 1024 by using prime factorization method. Here I am giving you one hint. You just need to find out the prime fact 1024 and then follow the same steps which we have just discussed. You are able to find it. The answer you will get is 32. Next we have the next method, that is division method. So if it is not easy to evaluate the square root by using the prime factorization method, then you can use division method. Here also you need to follow some steps. We'll discuss them one by one. Let's take the number that is 7396. So I want to find out the square root of 7396. What we are gonna do? First of all, we'll find numbers in pairs in this number. So how we can do this? We'll start from the right hand side. This is the one pair, this is the second pair, or you can say the first period or second period. Now the number here is 73, but we do not have dividend here. So how to find dividend? The dividend should be a square number. Like you can write down the squares of number like 1 square is equal to 1, 2 square is equal to 4, 3 square is equal to 9, 4 square is equal to 16, similarly 5 square is 25, 6 square is equal to 36, 7 square is equal to 49, 8 square is 64, 9 square is 81 and 10 square is 100. So the nearest number here is 64, right? 9 square is greater, like 81 here. So we'll write 8 here. 8 is near to this 73. Now here the quotient is 8. Like we are going to use square number like this. So here we will write 64. Then we'll subtract it. So here we'll get 9. 13 minus 4, 9 and 0. Now we are going to drop down this period also. So here it is 996. The next step would be add these two numbers, the dividend and quotient. So we'll get 16 here. Now let's check how we are going to multiply this 16 so that we'll get 996. So we know very well 16 6 are 96, right? 16 6 are 96. So here we require the 6, but again we just multiply this 6 like this only. So 6 6 is 36, 3 plus 3 9, here 3 carry, then 6 under 6, 996. So when we will multiply 666 with 6, we'll get 996. The remainder is 0. So this is how you can find out the square root of any number by division method. So the square root of 7396 is 86. Next we have square root of decimal numbers. So if in a given decimal number the number of digits after decimal are not even, if the number of digits are not even, if they are not even, then we put 0 at the extreme right. So you need to put 0 at the right side so that you can make it even. Let's take an example, like you have 1.5. So here after decimal it is only on one number, so it is not even. So to make it even, we'll place 1 0 here. Now it is even, two numbers are there. Now the periods are marked in the same way as in previous explanation. Like you'll start from the right hand side to mark the periods for this, like 11.50. This is one period, this is second period. Now let's take an example. Here, if you are going to find out the square root of 147.1369. So here you can see the numbers are even after decimal. So there is no need to put any kind of 0 here. Now make the periods or pair, you can say. Like this you can make. The next step would be to divide this number. So the first number is 1. So as I told you earlier, you need to use a square number here. So 1 square is 1. So here we'll get 0. Then we will drop down the second pair, that is 47. The next step is to add this dividend and quotient. So we'll get 2. 1 plus 1 2. Then what number we should use here so that we'll get the number nearest to 47. So if we will use 2 here, then we will get 44. So here also 2. Now the remainder is 3. Then we will drop the second pair. This is the second one. Here we'll get 313. So we are not using this decimal here. We'll use it in the final result. So 313. Now what we are going to do? We just add this and this. So when you will add it, to add 2 here in this 22 from here. Why we are going to add 2? Because we have already used this one, so you need to add the second quotient number, that is 2. So after adding 2, we will get, here I'll write for your reference 2, so we'll get 24. Now again we'll find the next number. So if we will use 1 here, we'll get 241, but if we will use 2, then the number will be more than this 313. So it is better to use 1 here and here as well. So 241 ones are 241. So when you will subtract it, you'll get 270. Then we'll bring the last period, that is 69 here. Now What you need to add here? You need to add the next number, that is 1. So here we'll get 242, and the number we are going to use, if we will use 2, let's say, then 2 2s are 4, 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 2 2s are 4. It is very less. Let's use 3. So 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6, 4 3s are 12, 3 2s are 6, 7. Right. So here we are going to use 3. Here also 3. So we'll get 7 2 6 9, and the remainder is 0. So the square root of this number is 1213, and here you will put the decimal point. So this is how you can find out the square root of decimal number. Next we have square root of fraction. So to find out the square root of fraction, we have to find the square root of numerator and denominator separately. For example, you have a number this 2704 and 81, and in the examination you are asked to find out the square root of these numbers. So first of all, you will find the square root of numerator separately, then the denominator. So square root of denominator is easy, it is 9 because 9 9s are 81, but we need to find out the square root of 2704. So we will use the same method. Here we'll make the pair, then the nearest number is 5, 5 5s are 25, we'll get 3 here, 0 here. The next step would be to bring this down. Here we'll get 2, 0. Then we will take the next period down. The next step would be to add these two numbers. So we'll get 10. What we should add here? We should use 2. If we will use 2, then we'll get 204. So the square root of 2704 is 52. So the answer would be 52 by 9. So it is very easy to find out the square root of any number. This is all for the part 1. Here I am wrapping up it. We'll meet you in the next lecture where we will discuss the next part of this topic.